You build an AI agent. It works perfectly. The user comes back the next day and says, "Hey, remember that task I added yesterday?" Your agent has no idea what they mean. This isn't because the code is broken. It's because it has no memory of anything that happened before this moment. Here's why. Each time you call an LLM, you send it a new prompt. There is no internal state or memory between calls. The model processes what you give it and responds. That's all. When a conversation ends and a new one begins, the agent starts completely fresh. It doesn't know what happened before unless you specifically tell it. LLMs are stateless by design. The problem isn't the model, it's what we build around it. Most developers solve this by adding three separate systems. They use an in-memory cache for short-term context during a session. They rely on a relational database for long-term facts like user preferences and history. Then, they have a dedicated vector database for semantic search, allowing the agent to find related context even when the words don't match. That's three systems, three connection strings, and three sets of credentials. Every time the agent needs context, it makes calls to all three and gathers the result before it can even start processing. It works, but it's costly, fragile, and gets worse as your agent grows more complex. A better approach is a single converged database. This one system manages relational data, JSON documents, and vector embeddings in the same engine. Instead of calling three separate systems, your agent makes one call, one connection string, one system that remains consistent by default. Your memory is right next to your business data. Here's what this looks like in action. In session 1, I tell the agent my name and that I'm a software engineer. It responds accurately. In session 2, I make a completely new call with no history provided. I ask, "What do you know about me?" It remembers everything, but session 3 is the real test. I ask, "What kind of work do I do?" I use completely different words from what I originally said. The agent still gets it right because the database stored not just the text, but the meaning. Vector embeddings sit right next to relational data. One query, no separate systems, no synchronization needed. Agent memory isn't a tough problem. It's an architecture issue. Stop adding three systems when one can handle the task.